Hello and welcome to your orientation to the points analysis tool. This tool was designed to allow you to see your current grade at all times for any points that you have received. It is a generic framework that exists to demonstrate your modules, what the modules are, how much they're worth, what you got, and then how many points are left in the course. On the other side of it, you have exams, and then you have totals. While this form can be used for multiple courses, this specific form was designed for the HCR 240 course, Human Pathophysiology, that happens over 10 weeks. Please note that these points can change based on your instructor and how they have their points allocation design, but the form will still work the same way. Another point to help you with the accessibility of this form is that you should be logged into your @maricopa.edu email profile, but you must also be logged into your @maricopa.edu profile in your browser. I find it helpful for you to attach a picture between your Maricopa email, your personal email, your work email that is different so that you can easily see that they are matching up. What happens if you're not logged into your Maricopa.edu account is that it will force you to ask me for permission to access the document. The document is open, so if you are finding that you're having to ask permission, it is because these two are not aligned. Once you open the document, it is helpful to click on File, make a copy, and then you want to go ahead and put your last name, first name, and the semester here, so that you can have your own personal copy. Let's go back into how the points will calculate for you. What you'll notice is that the total points at the bottom for your modules also matches the total available course points. The same goes for your exams, and that gives you a full total. For you to be able to transfer this course to a baccalaureate program, if you want to continue your education, what you'll note is that you need to get above 70%. So you have to have a C for the course to be able to transfer. This will calculate it out to tell you how many points you have left that you need to get the grade that you want. It will also tell you what your current points are as well. So let's do a practice example of that. When you are completing your Getting Started module, you never alter the worth column. What you will do is put in the grade that you achieve, and then you will remove it from the course because since you completed it and you got graded, you don't have it still available to you. So again, we started out with 245 at the bottom, and those are the total course points. When I added in your grade, it added 1 point and then subtracted 1 point. And then what you see is that becomes reflective as soon as I hit enter under your modules here. So let's hit enter. So now you see you have 244 points left for your module and you have 1 current point. Your goal is to have a minimum of 171.5 points. All right, let's add a bunch of other points. Remember to always remove from what's left. And what we'll do is we'll go all the way to your first exam. Our first exam covers modules 1, 2, and 3. So we'll say maybe you got 15 out of 17 here. And cardiac was super hard, so maybe you only got 15 out of 25 here. Okay, so now again you can see that you've got 51 points so far in the course, and you've got modules 4 through 11 with 182 points total that you have available to gain. Here are your modules again, reflecting your current points and how much you have available. Let's say we went into our exam 1 and you worked really hard on that cardiac and you did a phenomenal job. So you got a 28, and we remove what's left over because we took it, and now you can see your current points available and the current points that you have. Okay, now where you are left off is that for the rest of the course, if you want to get an A, you have to get at least 290, for a B, 249, a C, 208. And then we don't want the D or the F. All right, let's go. Keep going to utilize the form, and we'll say that you have been a superstar for your next few modules, but neuro was a little hard. You came back strong with endocrine. Okay. And then on your exam, it was a little tough again, so say you got 20. All right. So now you have 48 exam points. You have 105 left to win. You have 117 module points. You have 104 left to win. Here are your current points. 209 you have left available to win. And then these are how many points you need to get the grade you want. Now let's continue on. And we will say that things got a little crazy because life happened. So you'll continue to notice how many points are needed for the grade that you'd like to have. So we had our exam 7 and 8. But you worked really hard and you got full points. So now when you come back down here, you'll notice that to get a C for your last 2 exams and your last 3 modules, you'll need to win at least 67 points, 108 for the B and 149 for the A. Notice that for the 149, since you need that to get an A, but there's only 140 points left in the total course, that means that the A possibility has now left and what you're shooting for is a B. Sometimes when you're filling out the form, you might make an error. Very easy to just hit the back button and it will rewind anything as long as you have not closed the document. I hope that you found this orientation helpful. Please note again that this is a great way for you to be proactive in scheduling a meeting with your faculty if you have any concerns. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your faculty member and they will be more than happy to assist you in working this form to your advantage.